Cane sugar? That's the natural one, right? The better choice? The healthy sweetener? It's what many people believe, especially when big brands start swapping out high fructose corn syrup for pure cane sugar. But here's the surprising truth. What feels healthier may not actually be healthier. And for older adults, the consequences of misunderstanding sugar could quietly affect everything from blood sugar stability to heart health. So what's really going on here? In this video, we're unpacking the sweet deception, comparing cane sugar to high fructose corn syrup from a health perspective. You'll find out if one is truly better, what actually happens inside your body when you consume either, and what smarter sweetener choices look like as we age. Let's cut through the confusion. Sweet and simple, for years, high fructose corn syrup has gotten a bad rap. You've heard it blamed for America's obesity crisis, linked to diabetes, and painted as the ultimate bad guy in the modern diet. So it's no surprise that when a brand like Coca-Cola announces they're releasing a version of soda sweetened with cane sugar, it feels like a step in the right direction. But here's what most people don't realize. From your body's point of view, sugar is sugar. Whether it comes from a cornfield or a sugarcane stalk, the metabolic impact is almost identical, especially if you're over 60 and your insulin sensitivity isn't quite what it used to be. We'll explore the science behind both sweeteners, what makes them similar, what makes them different, and what the research really says about long-term health effects. And most importantly, we'll share realistic ways to reduce added sugar in your diet without giving up everything you love. If you've ever been confused by food labels or wondered which sweetener is really safer, hit that like button and let us know in the comments which products you've seen switching from corn syrup to sugar. And don't forget to subscribe for more clear, practical health tips made just for older adults navigating today's food landscape. Now let's start with how these sweeteners actually work inside your body. So, what is the actual difference between cane sugar and high fructose corn syrup? Let's start with the basics. Cane sugar, also called table sugar or sucrose, comes from the tall, green stalks of sugarcane. It's extracted as juice, then boiled down and crystallized. What you end up with is that familiar white, grainy sugar in your kitchen cabinet. Chemically, it's made of two simple sugars, 50% glucose and 50% fructose, joined together in a tight bond your body breaks apart during digestion. Now, high fructose corn syrup is a little different. It starts as cornstarch, yep, the same stuff you might use to thicken gravy. But manufacturers take it further. They turn that starch into corn syrup and then use enzymes to convert a portion of the glucose into fructose. Why? Because fructose is sweeter. The version found in soft drinks called HFCS 55 contains about 55% fructose and 45% glucose, not a huge difference from cane sugar, but enough that your body might notice, especially if you're consuming it regularly over time. And here's the kicker. Unlike cane sugar, which stays in solid form until you dissolve it, high fructose corn syrup is already a liquid. That makes it cheaper and easier to blend into everything from sodas to salad dressings to ketchup. That's why, back in the 1980s, soda companies made the switch. Not because it was healthier, not because it was safer, but because it was cheaper. And that switch, subtle as it may seem, has quietly influenced how much sugar we've been consuming ever since. So, if they're both mostly glucose and fructose, does that mean they're equally harmful? Not quite. In the next segment, we'll explore how these sugars affect your body and why even a small difference in fructose content can have big consequences for your liver, blood sugar, and more. But first, have you ever checked the labels on your favorite sauces or drinks? Do they use cane sugar or corn syrup? Let us know in the comments. If you've ever stood in the grocery aisle wondering, is cane sugar the better option? You're not alone. Many people see the word natural on the label and think they're making a healthier choice. But when it comes to cane sugar versus high fructose corn syrup, the truth is a little stickier than that. Let's break it down. First, both cane sugar and high fructose corn syrup are added sugars. That means they're not naturally found in the whole food. They're added during processing, and both deliver the same thing: empty calories. Just one 12-ounce can of regular soda contains 39 grams of sugar. That's more than the American Heart Association's entire recommended daily limit for the whole day. So whether you're sipping cane-sweetened cola or the standard corn syrup version, your body still gets hit with a massive dose of sugar that it wasn't designed to handle all at once. Now, are there differences? Technically, yes. High fructose corn syrup has a little more fructose, about 5% more than cane sugar, and that extra bit matters, especially over time. Fructose is processed in the liver, and when we take in too much, especially in liquid form, it can overwhelm that system, leading to fat buildup in the liver, elevated triglycerides, and even insulin resistance. That's why high fructose corn syrup has been linked in some studies to increased inflammation and metabolic stress. And here's the key. This doesn't mean cane sugar gets a free pass. As Dr. Mark Eisenberg, a cardiologist at Columbia, puts it, all added sugars, whether cane or corn, can contribute to weight gain, which in turn raises blood pressure, increases the risk of diabetes, and raises your chances of heart disease and stroke. And despite the noise you might hear online, both the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and the American Medical Association agree there isn't enough evidence to say one is dramatically more harmful than the other, at least when consumed in similar amounts. So what does this mean for you? It means switching from corn syrup to cane sugar won't protect your heart, your blood sugar, or your waistline. What will make a difference is cutting back on both. Because when we reduce added sugar across the board, not just change its name, we give our bodies a chance to heal, to stabilize, and to thrive. In the next segment, we'll show you how added sugars sneak into everyday foods and what you can swap them with instead. But before we move on, have you checked how much sugar is in your morning coffee creamer or your favorite healthy granola? Let us know what surprised you in the comments. And if you're finding this helpful so far, give this video a quick thumbs up. It helps others like you find reliable health info they can trust. If you've ever tried Mexican Coke, the kind that comes in a nostalgic glass bottle, you might have heard this before. It just tastes better. Some say it's smoother, others say it's more refreshing. TikTok is full of glowing reviews from folks trying the cane sugar version for the first time. One woman even exclaimed, "This is 10,000 times better." And to be fair, she's not alone. Even Angel Planels, a registered dietitian, says he can taste a difference, describing the cane sugar version as slightly more refreshing. But is that really about the sugar? Or is it about the bottle, the ritual, the memory of a simpler time? When NBC News did a blind taste test comparing Mexican Coke with its American counterpart, made with high fructose corn syrup, the results were surprising. NBC correspondent Gadi Schwartz and medical contributor Dr. Akshay Shal tried both side by side, and guess what? They couldn't really tell them apart. One sip, then another, then a shrug. I really can't tell, Schwartz admitted. And that's important, because while your taste buds might lean one way or the other, your body doesn't really care. Whether that sweetness comes from cane sugar or corn syrup, it hits your bloodstream the same way. Fast, hard, and without any fiber, fat, or protein to slow it down, your blood sugar spikes like a roller coaster. That's why doctors like Dr. Cial say the most impactful change isn't which sweetener you choose, but whether you cut them out altogether. His advice: if you want to lower your calories and protect your health as you age, the fastest and simplest step is to stop drinking your sugar. And yes, that includes both versions of Coke. But don't worry, we're not saying you can never enjoy a treat again. In the next segment, we'll explore delicious, satisfying swaps that still give you that sweet fix without the blood sugar backlash. Have you tried Mexican Coke before? Did it taste different to you? Or was it the glass bottle charm? Let us know in the comments. And if you're learning something new today, hit that like button. It helps us reach more seniors who deserve clear, trustworthy health guidance. By now, you might be thinking, okay, if cane sugar and corn syrup are both problematic, what's the better option? That's a smart question. And thankfully, there is a better path forward. One that doesn't involve cutting out all sweetness, just changing where it comes from. According to registered dietitian Natalie Rizzo, the healthiest sweetener isn't one that comes in a packet or bottle. It comes straight from nature. It's fruit. That's because the sugar in fruit doesn't travel alone. It's packaged with fiber, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and powerful plant compounds that slow down how sugar is absorbed in your body. So when you eat a ripe banana or toss blueberries into your oatmeal, you're getting sweetness, but you're also nourishing your cells, feeding your gut, and supporting stable blood sugar. Even small amounts of 100% fruit juice can be a smarter way to sweeten recipes, especially when you use it as a flavor enhancer, not a full drink. Want a sweet dressing? Try blending apple juice with olive oil and vinegar. Craving dessert? Mash up a banana and mix it with a little cocoa powder and peanut butter for a rich, no added sugar treat. Now, outside of fruit, all other added sugars, whether it's honey, maple syrup, agave, cane sugar, or corn syrup, are basically the same in terms of how they impact your health. Some may sound more natural. Some come in pretty jars, but your body still processes them as simple sugar. And for seniors managing diabetes, weight, or heart health, that means moderation is still key. So the real goal isn't to find the perfect sweetener. It's to find the one that fits into a more nourishing, balanced life. So let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered today. Cane sugar, high fructose corn syrup, different names, different origins, but when it comes to your health, they share the same story. Both are added sugars. Both raise blood sugar, contribute to weight gain, and, over time, can increase your risk of chronic conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure. The truth is, it's not about which sweetener is in your soda. It's about how much added sugar you're consuming overall, and how often. But here's the good news. You're not stuck, you're not powerless, and you don't have to give up everything you love. By choosing naturally sweet whole foods like fruit, cutting back on sugary drinks, and making just one smart swap at a time, you can take control of your energy, your weight, and your well-being without feeling deprived. So here's your gentle challenge for the week. Pick one product in your kitchen that's loaded with added sugar and try replacing it with a naturally sweet alternative. Maybe it's your coffee creamer. Maybe it's flavored yogurt. Small steps, big impact. Tell us in the comments, what's one sweet swap you're ready to try? We'd love to hear it, and you might just inspire someone else watching. If this video gave you clarity, please give it a like. Share it with a friend who's still wondering if real sugar is better. And don't forget to subscribe. We post clear, compassionate health tips made just for your golden years. Thanks for watching. Stay well, stay wise, and we'll see you in the next video.